When I finished constructing my lightsaber, Obi-Wan said to me, "Anakin, this weapon is your life." This weapon is my life.
I loved you.
What is it? It's your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
That lightsaber was Luke's and his father's before him, and now it calls to you.
SirJames coming at you guys with another Star Wars Galaxy's Edge product review, and today I'm here to give you guys my review on the Skywalker Legacy Lightsaber. This was one of those videos where I couldn't figure out what to do for the intro because someone somewhere is not going to be happy. So just to make things simple, I'm just going to refer to it as the Skywalker Legacy Lightsaber, just to keep things hopefully calm down in the comment section. Now, going over some basic information is that this item can be found over in Doc Ondars, just like with any old themed character sabers. And of course, the retail pricing of this unfortunately did get an increase. This used to cost $110. However, the new price tag is $130, which of course comes with the case and the hilt itself, no additional accessories. If you wish to purchase a lightsaber blade, Doc Ondar does offer two different lengths. You have the 26-inch length for $45 or the 36-inch for $50. And if you're an annual pass holder, do keep in mind that you do not get any discounts on the lightsabers themselves, but accessories like the blade and belt clip and so forth do apply for that discount, so keep that in consideration. So here is a closer look at the initial packaging. And you know what? One of the comments I've always made each and every time I do one of these videos is that the box looks great. However, it'll look even better with a bit of weathering. So I think it's about time to kind of show you guys an example really quick. So the top one is weathered and the bottom one obviously is the one that I'm currently doing right now. But that's just to give you an example of how much more detailed these crates could actually look if you just take a little bit of time to do something as simple as, you know, a little black wash and whatnot. And of course, some scraped metal. And of course, you open this up. You'll be presented with your saber inside. Let's go ahead and set this off down here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is that I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a closer look first, and then I'm going to go ahead and break down the initial pieces and details in terms of what the quality is made of. So once again, here is the Skywalker Legacy Saber, followed by the activation switch. And of course the emitter. Now, going over in terms of the quality of the saber, the majority of this is actually pretty much metal. There are some added components here. For example, the black portions down here is actually a rubberized grip, which feels good in the hand, similar to what we've seen with the Darth Vader Legacy Saber. The center portion here with the activation plate is also metal, along with the switch here. However, there is something about this switch. I'm not sure what it's kind of made of. I thought it was plastic, or maybe it is some form of plastic, but I'm preferring to this actual gold switch right here. It's a little bit different from some of the other quality pieces of material that I've seen based on the other Legacy Sabers that I've reviewed thus far, but I feel that's pretty neat as far as what it's made of. And of course, going over the top here, you do have some metal components here, or aluminum for some sections. You got the nice gold in there. And of course the top. Now in terms of weights, this is definitely a saber that is in the balanced category, meaning that it's not super light nor is it super heavy. So which is great in terms of, you know, being able to wield in the palm of your hands or just for display, whatever your initial purpose is for wanting to own this particular saber in hand. Now to go over, of course, the information as far as batteries go. Last time we did Darth Vader, which had the AA batteries, and this one here, actually to my surprise, is also using 3 AA batteries. Of course, this is screws in on the bottom here, and this does utilize the D-ring mechanism. Now going ahead, and we're going to go ahead and insert the blade and take a listen in terms of sound quality and test to see how it does in terms of motion capture. Now, inserting this blade is definitely a little bit tighter compared to the last 2 sabers that I did. I actually had to force the blade in here to make sure that it was secured. So do keep in mind that I do have these lights here that are quite bright, so the blue's not going to pop up, which is why I do those night shots, but I'm just going to go ahead and ignite it from the distance really quick. You can still see a little bit of the camera, so it's not too bad. Go ahead and do it once more. Oops. Alright, now what I'm going to go ahead and do is to give you guys the initial sound test as far as the boot up goes, and of course compare it to a Savi's Workshop Saber with a blue kyber crystal. So here is the boot up. I'm going to go ahead and play this or activate this twice, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the Savi one. So here we go. Here is number 1. And of course here is number 2. Boot up sound, in my opinion, sounds really, really good. Let's go ahead and bring over a Peace and Justice Savi Saber. Yes, I basically have one of each, by the way, if you guys are kind of curious. Alright, so again, this is a Savi Saber with the blue kyber crystal inside the chassis. Now taking a once more listen to the Skywalker Legacy Saber. Thank you, computer, for interrupting. I will say that in terms of sound comparison, they sound pretty close to one another. But you guys can let me know which one you like. Did you like the sound activation from the official one, or did you like the one from the blue kyber crystal? Let me know in the comment section down below. So let's go ahead and test out, you know, motion capture. Will this be able to pick up the sounds of motion a lot better to some of the other ones, or is this going to suffer the same fate as we've seen with just about all the Legacy Sabers thus far? So let's go ahead and activate. So it seems to capture some of the motion, but not too much. Let's try in terms of impact. Impact seems to be on point, that's for sure, but as far as everything else, yeah, it's kind of a hit or miss with that point, but again, impact, A+, everything else, kind of in the middle in terms of score. Alright, so now as far as what do I think overall, I think the Saber is great, just like basically pretty much all Legacy Sabers thus far. Again, the build quality of this is great. The blade, even though it was, took a little bit of effort to get it in there, but there's usually some form of hit or miss with some of the Sabers. But like I said, this was one of the videos that I was kind of worried about doing a review for, because this Saber here has all kinds of arguments online going against one another in terms of whose saber is it actually belong to, which I'm sure most of you are probably going to be fighting about it right now. But like I said, this is definitely a great piece, and this was definitely a saber that was a bit hard to find because since this is a popular one by demand, the last time that I've seen it personally, besides of course now, was back on June 8th, and then of course with the stock issues going back and forth, it is good to finally being able to have it in my hands. Like I said, it feels great, it looks great, so if you're someone that's trying to collect specific lightsabers, I feel like this is easily a worthy addition in the end. Until then, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, which to be quite honest, as I recall, we only have one saber left to review, which unfortunately I don't have it at the moment, and the last saber that I have to cover is Darth Maul, but hopefully soon enough we'll be able to get to that last one. But this has been such a wonderful journey reviewing these sabers for you guys. But again, let me know based on all the ones that I've covered thus far, which one has been your favorite. Until then, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, or maybe the day after. I might take a break here. Until then, see you guys next time.